Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Halomcr, and I'm glad to be here as always. I hope you guys are doing good. And God, it's been about 6-7 months since I've even covered Ron Jeremy in an article. But there you guys have it. Like, that goes to show you how delicate that this situation really is, with 34 charges against Ron Jeremy. A lot of them sexual harassment, forcible penetration, oral copulation. All these charges against him, sexual harassment, you name it, dude. 34 charges against Ron Jeremy, you guys. And it's been a while since we covered, because the case is rolling out very slow. Like, it seems like it's been like 7 months since we've even had another update on this situation, which I have one for you guys now. So this is supposed to be a short YouTube video into Ron Jeremy hoarding and DIAMENTIA, which we are going to be taking a look at.
July 27th.
So this is his apartment, I assume. Condo.
This is
and
not
he lived in this
facility.
filth.
This is Ron's house.
Oh, that's Ron.
Wow.
Why the surprise face? It's his apartment.
This is kind of not what I expected. It's kind of interesting looking. So when I walked in, it's like, you go, what? A few years?
What do you mean a few years and you didn't know you was like this in the slightest?
Wow. Not even slightly, not even an inkling. Bats?
And why is he some amused at his own stuff?
Good Lord. Now I know that's the next spot because it's flattened.
Wait, you're stepping on a CD.
And who is she and who is she to tell Ron what to do in his own apartment?
Oh, can I step over here?
Yeah, but watch out, because there's a...
You gotta be a gymnast to get by here.
Why is she so protective?
Wait, you're stepping on jewelry.
Uh-oh. How do you avoid that,
God,
though?
look, that was a butterfly.
Look at this.
All right, she seems to also
That's
gone
gorgeous.
nuts.
How do you avoid stepping on stuff that you need? You couldn't get around. You can't. It was weird. It's like I feel like I'm in a minefield.
What do you mean you feel like being in a minefield, it's your shit?
Was very
Hoarding is putting it lightly, and he is clearly suffering from
Ron's
DIAMENTIA.
condo was a disaster.
That condo is ground zero.
This is Ron's living room.
It was literally unlivable.
That living room in unlovable chat. Glad he's in jail. That place could contaminated lower LA.
All right, now. This would be normally what? This the bedroom?
Like, how does he not know what room
is
he's
a
in? It's
bedroom.
his apartment.
Wow.
Like, Evan, she is doubting what room it is.
Oh my goodness. What do you got?
Like, he's here all amused, and
How am I
she's
gonna
trying to
avoid it?
protect it like it's a national
Now,
treasure.
where do you sleep?
What do you
Wherever I
mean,
feel
where
like
does
it.
she sleep?
Do you have a
Where does he
refrigerator?
sleep?
Really? What's in it?
Water.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. How do you eat?
Out.
Makes sense to
No,
me.
it does not make sense if that
Now,
makes
you
sense
better leave
to
me
you.
out of this because I don't want to. You better
You're
go first.
screwed
Yeah, I
only
bet.
thing, I can agree.
It's just so bizarre, you know? Can you part with things? Like, let's say just
Wait,
some things that are over there.
why
or
is
that
he asking
red,
here
black
this?
checkered shirt.
Exactly, it's
Could you
his
part with
stuff.
some of the stuff? or you
Not
feel
yours.
bad?
Why does she
You're a
believe
guest
it's
in
yours,
my
though?
home.
Because if you could get around easier with some less stuff in it. When I asked her some
We're
personal
not personal,
questions,
it's he's
she
his
was almost a
shit.
little bit offended. It was funny how she didn't want to deal with the deeper things. This stuff is really in good shape, a lot of this.
Good
Would you
shape,
wanna do
that
like
thing
a
is
garage
hazardous.
sale or something?
And why
Or
is
you
he
wanna-
asking here
you
all
wanna
this?
do a
And
good
since
shower
when
or
did they
keep it
become
in?
yours?
Asking me all this. Why can't you just look at my pretty things?
I'm doing that. Okay.
Why does Ron suddenly feel
She
so
was hoping I'd
pressed
look
when
at her place
talking
and
about
admire
the
what beautiful
filth?
stuff she has,
Like he is
which I did.
disgusted by her.
But there's also a problem.
The
that she has to
problem there is
understand,
clearly
that
multiple
we all would be
problems
for her
here.
For that. We're trying
He's
to help her
so
out.
gaslight by himself. He
And then
sees
for the last
himself
several
as a
months
hero
he was
when he's the
free,
villain.
he
He
wasn't
created
even
this
living
mess.
in his condo. He moved across
Wait,
the
chat.
street
Oh, wait.
to the motel
HH,
where
no way.
Janis
This is
Joplin
meant to
died.
represent
He was
that
also
phase of
paying
his
other
life.
women to live there just to have people around
Like,
him.
man, not gonna lie, that explains it all. Deem DiAMENTIA really turned him over. So if I am getting this correctly, she was just a greedy war Ron blocked of the street shoved in. He's hoarding apartment while living in a motel. This is some Sean John Combs type of shit. Somehow pulled this shit out of their ass. I don't know how they pulled it out, but they did. And this is their update on Ron Jeremy, and this is also my update and some of the update comments and things I would like to say reflecting back on my older videos that got like 2,000 views. You guys were phenomenal on those Ron Jeremy updates, and I definitely know I need to go full ham on Ron Jeremy and everything that he's doing. with that said, this is just yet another update on Ron Jeremy. So with that said, I feel like I've been more appropriate about the situation, but also being raw and extremely real and not sugarcoating or cookie cutting shit for you guys and telling you guys how it really is, in my opinion, how it Again, I can't say that's how it is because that's not all the evidence been in jurisdiction justified or whatever by the court of law. I can't say that it is true until they say and prove that it is true, but I think it is. I think some of them are true. Let that be just something I have to say in my own opinion. So with that said, I will see you guys later, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and enjoyed it enough to give me a subscribe and earn your guys' respect, and see you guys in our next Ron Jeremy update, whatever video that may be when it comes. But I really do appreciate the overwhelming support for these cases, and the likes and the comments, and telling me for how it is, and telling me your story of, if you've got stories on Ron Jeremy, by all fucking means, leave them in the comments down below. Tell me your guys' experience with Ron Jeremy. Let's debate it in our next video. Let's talk about it. You know, if you think you know Ron Jeremy more than anybody else does, go ahead and report your case. But with that said, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys in our next video, and thank you guys so much. So there you guys have it.